And now, at the end of the first day, our host, and together with the Association of Cities and Mayors of Slovakia, cities and towns of Slovakia, our host announces competition every year, and it's linked to green roofs. And I would like to ask the people that can tell us more about it to come to the stage. So we have Lenka Lubinova, a landscaping architect, and so the floor is yours, and we will join you later. I'm Milan Klinčok. Good afternoon. I'm the chair of the jury, and I will try to present or to introduce the competition of a green roof competition of 2025. I will try to do it as fast as possible so that we end this evening as soon as possible. So the goal of each year's competition is the education, inspiration, and experiences. Through this competition, we want to show how things are done, what's the reality, and where the development should head, so that it meets all the tasks or goals that we request from the system. The competition in numbers. It always cost us some energy and some kilometers. We had this year we had 5 family houses and 5 residential houses, roofs, and we had this period to assess it, and it took us approximately 80 hours to evaluate that. I will start with the roof that awaited us in the morning. It's Vidrica, first stage. You can see the system of roofs of extensive and intensive greenery here. And we also had Dom pod Dubom outside of Bratislava. This is the unicorner terrace. This is the multifunctional roof. And Apollonivi. This is also an example how we can create a multifunctional space or garages. Sky Park, the same. Buddha terrace. The multifunctional roof together with sauna. We continued in Nitra at the Institute of Landscaping Architecture. We also had family house, the so-called 2 Lužianky behind Nitra. And that day we ended on the hill behind Bystrica. It's a house in line with the nature. And the next day we continued with a garden house in Východna, where we could see a simpler roof, and we ended with the office building MTS Krivá. Any other details of these roofs can be seen on our website. There are details of specific constructions and various layers, and also the composition of the jury. When it comes to the jury, it was my privilege that we also could welcome new faces, and I will start with a landscape architect, Lenka Hlubinova-Vargová, that we already cooperated with in this jury. She is authorized landscape architect working in Papaver. And she is combining innovative procedures that mitigate the climate change impact.
I have Professor Maria Bihoňová, who works at the landscaping faculty in Nitra, and she, in her research, does the solutions nature-oriented solutions and landscaping. Today we don't have our another colleague from the Association of Towns and Municipalities who also studied landscaping and forms towns and municipalities in their environment. She also has published a lot of publications about the waste management and the environment. Then I have Mr. Adrian Purk, the zoologist from the Faculty of Natural Sciences, who educates public and students, and he also deals with biodiversity, biodiversity of green roofs, and also the crisis of honeybees. And if you remember, yesterday he had, last year he had a very nice presentation on the various types of roofs. He is one of the people who was everywhere and done it all. Then we have our another guest, Mr. Čech, who was our guest from the Czech Republic, from our partner organization, who studied in Brno utilities, and he also researches the adaptation measures, natural solutions, and also constructed or designed a building with open garden. And I, as a coordinator in iCARI, I try to connect BIG in Slovakia with permaculture principles, and I also try to focus on life quality, and I also participate in everyday life in the organization, and I search for international cooperation in research and development. So I will shortly describe the methodology of our assessment. You see various parameters there which we needed to assess at every roof, and then there was public voting, which is organized every year together with the professional assessment of the judges. Every year we have kind of problem with valid votes. From 106, only 82 were valid, and from the public buildings, from 638, only 499 were valid. So thank you, dear judges, for your cooperation. It was a very fruitful experience, and every year we see some progress. So some of our recommendations and maybe what drew our attention. So I would speak, this competition is not only about selecting the best pieces of work, but also to contribute to green infrastructure of roofs, so we can show some details from the projects. And in the very beginning, I would like to speak about maintenance, because this is extremely important, but nobody speaks about it just quite enough. And even those pictures and even these buildings would look completely different without appropriate maintenance. So if you have too much grass or wild grass in your garden or whatever other plants, it's not a big deal because you just pluck it. But if this happens on your green roof, it may happen that together, if you pluck it, you will also pluck a piece of hydro insulation, insulating material. So therefore, the maintenance is the protection of our investment into this green roof. And what is really absurd is that it is very often forgotten in the budgets, the maintenance. The most frequent are these succulent roofs. We all want to have this such a green roof as in the right picture, but also we had this a roof which was established by the seeds, and we needed to have a good thickness of layers. So at least we had 15 to 18 pieces of seeds, and we need also to have the good combination of these plants, because each of them have a different strategy of growth. Some of them grow in a compact way, some of them go into height, some of them are expanding, and if we have this roof, we can also, let's say, use our herbs and other plants that can also we can also have in winter. So this kind of roof is very much dynamic throughout the entire year, and it is much more changeable as the one with the unified type of plants, and together with the biodiversity. This is probably something completely else. Yes, this was one of the roofs which really drew my attention, because we have been researching on them for more than 5 years, and the higher the structure of vegetation is, the better environment for various types of animals. And if we check another slide, I think this is your topic, but I wanted to add something to what Lenka said. So this variety throughout the year is very important here. Here we had also some steep roofs, which are very difficult for a project of steep roofs or sloped roofs. And there is one very important step which cannot be avoided, and that's anchoring of layers. And the ways of anchoring, there are multiple of them on the market. So these anchoring elements keep not only substrate but also accumulation element, and if we underestimate this, then this roof will be sloped, and it is very hard to somehow repair this. So I will also speak about biodiversity, which can be very variable and with a lot of vegetation, and up to 30-40 centimeters. It doesn't mean it has to be of different height on the entire surface. In some parts it can be higher, in some parts it can be lower, depending on the biotope that is represented there. And the bigger, larger the biodiversity, the more the organisms can live there. And this has also a relation with the blushing of or with the flourishing of flowers. And the roofs that offer this variable vegetation to create better conditions for also bees and other organisms. It's always better if they start flourishing from April or May until the end of the year when the bees need it. So this is not only about the insect or small animals, animals, but also about birds and bats. And what I see in this project, not in this case, but in other cases, that the investors sometimes have these biodiversity elements as like something like forgiveness, that they destroyed the biodiversity completely, but they put there some small birdhouse, and they kind of want to be forgiven for their sins, so to say. So therefore we need to focus from the philosophy of the developer or the design up to the final project. We always have to focus on biodiversity as a full integral part of the roof, not only in the beginning but also later. So here you can see these insect hotels, these bird houses, which are put into these roofs. However, the crucial is the vegetation and its variety, and also the details matter here. So we have these extensive roofs, and if there is poor vegetation and there is a lot of free space, this roof really is heated to 50-60 degrees, and we can think that yes, we have a green roof and we have a great climate effect, but when the quality of vegetation is low, it's just a lie. We are just lying to ourselves. So even though we have a variety of plants there on the roofs, it doesn't automatically mean the greater biodiversity. So their quality also must be kept. So we have to care about also the height diversification. So as the vegetation roofs or gardens are created by landscapers, and this is made of 3 parts: the construction, biology, and art. My colleague spoke about the biological part, and me as a landscaper, I was paying attention to how this roof looks as a whole, so how it communicates with the environment it is set into. So here I wanted to show how important it is. My colleague spoke about the biodiversity, about the variable combination of plants, and here I want to speak about the texture, structure, and color. So all these features that are offered by biological material, they can be very effectively and sophisticated and smartly can be used, so that they create like harmonical contrast, whether it's about the structure of leaves or creating of various levels, from herbs to some bushes, let's say, or even trees, or variability within year seasons, flourishing. So all of these things should be considered by the landscaper and think about it. Sometimes you can even make a nice combination accidentally, but most of the roofs that we visited, whether the private or public ones, we could see that if it was landscaper and not the owner who created the roof themselves, you could see there's something special, some special element. So they spoke about the technical solution of the roof, the biological, and this is like cherry on the top, which can give this piece of art some efficiency, some aesthetic value. And on these pictures below, you see that it's necessary to know how to combine plants, how much of them you can put to 1 square meter, so that you achieve this effect, and also the effect of covering the surface, because this is quite crucial thing, because if this roof should meet its role or its mission, it must be green, obviously. Okay, so it doesn't always have to be colorful, especially in the small spaces, you can perceive the static composition, and you can only combine, let's say, maybe shades of green with a combination of textures of plants, and this can be the combination of the technical step and the green plants. And the technical is here the floor. Then the projection, we need to understand that the projection phase is as important as the execution itself. Detail and design is or project is the soul of every piece of art. And we can see here that this was very much taken care of. I can imagine how or what the construction worker, what did they think about this, but it's very important to transfer these elements into execution. That's what I want to also emphasize, this technical execution and experience and knowledge and professionality of the construction worker is also very important. And it gives like the timeless character to the piece, whether it's about the furniture or whether the combination of materials, because it's not always good if you combine a variety of materials. It's the same like with the biological part, but the structure and the material must be harmonized. I, as a landscaper, really liked this vibe, so to say, because if I want to change this floor, I also don't want to distract the color. I just change the material, and I do not have to change the entire floor. So also here we have the all kinds of banks, trash bins. For example, here you can see this structure and these various levels and proportionality of the space. I would also like to add that, as you have already seen, there are many surfaces that are white, and it was mentioned multiple times, whether it's this pavement or it's this floor or concrete. It's very well composed into these layers, and this is very important so that it works with the temperature efficiently. Thanks to Marian Pavelka, we emphasize that the concrete doesn't have to be the problem if it has the good color and it's in good layers. This is the maybe again the details and the technical solution of the banks when we choose some limited or when the colors and structure are harmonized and they play together, we can create various nooks. And if the landscaper works with architect, we can get beautiful landscapes which are even more than a garden. And as I said, that this combination of structures and colors and technical elements, the more variability you have, more intense colors you have, it can even look cheesy in this very extreme cases, which is probably not our intention. And the last thing regarding our assessment, is always very important, because they are the ones who decide on the space. I chose here two examples, to public roofs and to private gardens, and for me it was great to see that there are investors in Slovakia who can see outside the box, who understand that it's good to do something more than just what is absolutely necessary. Because if an investor and architect are in harmony, they can create timeless piece of art. For example, here the architect worked with the genius loci of this environment, and you don't see here the garden, but there is like the entire philosophy of this company is reflected here. We were supposed to have here a different company. We wanted Sky Park. This is like half private, but in Sky Park they needed to create relaxed conditions or for all age groups, and it was very well managed there. We were supposed to have 2 pictures here, but we only have one. So one is from Nitra, the house which I have already mentioned, when the owner who has some international experience and saw how it works abroad and wasn't afraid to bring it here, even though it wasn't easy for sure. I can tell you something about the garden, because the garden communicates with the roof. It's basically a property without a fence, which fully is integrated into the landscape, and even in the view from the landscape, it is all integrated into one unit. This is the view on the golf club and on the neighboring property, which kind of extends the garden itself. But I also wanted to speak about the other garden, which was the small one mentioned by Milan, with sauna, where architect beautifully managed to include 3 functions of the garden of the very small surface: connection with the interior, attention to details. Those were these green structures with white color, and there was even at the end of the garden a small sauna. And in that case, we would really like to praise also the construction workers or the landscaper, because without them or with their help, this was even more visible, and it was very well managed. So thank you very much for your cooperation, and I'm sorry there was some mistake in the presentation, but this is our last roof where we finally had some time to make a proper picture for you. Thank you very much, Milan, and thanks to your team. You are getting better and better from one year to another, and I'm learning from you, even though I'm not a landscaper or an architect. I don't need this. My friend will do that for me. So from the project to execution, and I mean, I don't understand where you found a company who could do this like this, because I've been searching for the company for 10 years, and and it's definitely not easy. But so congrats, you probably found also good investors. If only I had unlimited budget. So yes, coming back from project to execution, and at the end, eventually to award. So at the end of our 2-day conference, we will have the award ceremony. Mr. Siklinka, please. You are also going to participate at this award ceremony, the best roof for 2025. So let's move on. So the award of the jury, do you remember who you awarded? So please. The 3rd place in the category public roof. 3rd place in the category public roof is awarded to Apollo Nivi project. Very nice.
So, Atelier Sibert and Talaš and Zahradin za Vlahi have executed the project.
Spoločná fotografia.
The picture.
Si sťažovali porodcovia, že mali až na konci čas si dať spoločnú fotku, teraz ich budete mať 9 plus.
Now you will have 9 or even 10 pictures, even though at the assessment process you only had 1.
No ale dosť, prosím ťa, ani mňa si toľko nefotil.
Okay,
ďakujem veľmi pekne, to je tretie miesto.
Third place. Let's move to the second place.
A druhé miesto v kategórii verejná strecha.
In the category public roof. The second place in public roof category is for Sky Park project, executed by Zares Limited Liability Company.
Tak druhé dodáme. Pán prezident, ideme do finále.
So, Mr. President, the first place in the public roof category.
Chvíľka napätia, napočítame do 10.
So, who is the winner? This project was great, and I saw it a long time ago. And the first place in the category public roof is office building Beatrice Kriva. We don't have the representatives, so we will give the award them afterwards. A very nice roof, probably with a very good investor, I guess. So the judges agree. And one last thing, the reasoning, the green public roof. So the reasoning of the judges. I will read it out. B3 MTS Skrivan, the judges appreciated the execution of the project in a forgotten region of Orava, which brings a good environment for employees with very nice architecture, vegetation, confident and sensitive, being an integral part of the environment. We also positively assess the open communication and participation of employees in the execution project. So they asked their employees about what they want to or what they need to have on their roof. Then the family roof is another category, third place. So third place in the family roof category. And that's third place in family green roof is a house under the oak.
Tak môžeme prečítať, že zhotoviteľ
applied by Rufus Senesero and executed by the same company. Why are you standing here? Because it somehow happened, so congrats.
Tak si dajte fotografiu spoločnú peknú.
So you can have a picture together.
My máme záver dňa, je to úžasné, ja milujem ako
this is the end of our day. It's like when you are in a hurry, but still something is happening. Don't worry, we will make it faster. Then second place in category family green roof. Who was second in this category? So we are waiting for the diploma, and
No, my čakáme
The
na
second
druhé
place
miesto v
is
kategórii
for
vyrazená strecha.
Získava terasa Budha.
Buddha Terrace.
Ešte dopoviem, ak môžem, prihlasovateľ Park záhrady SRO.
Applied by Park Zahrady SRO, and they also executed the project. Branislav Lukovic as the architect.
Spoločná fotografia.
The picture.
No, a prvne, než pôjdeme na prvé miesto,
And
rodinná strecha.
before the winner in this category, before we declare winner in this category,
Čo porota?
I
Oceňová
will
hviezda, ale
just
nepovieme,
say
čo toto
the
je.
assessment
Obraz
of
menej,
the judges.
Určite
So,
celú atmosféru teraz. Porota osobitne oceňuje dokonalé
the
prepojenie
judges
vegetačnej strechy s
appreciate the
prírodným
connection of the
charakterom
vegetation
lokality
roof
s
with the
architektúrou
natural character of the
záhradou.
environment together with the character of a
Výborná
house and a
kondícia vegetačnej
garden,
strechy a
great
vysoká
condition and high biodiversity of the roof are the proof of the great maintenance and the execution. So the winner in this category, family roof, is
Dva Lužianky.
a house in Lužianky.
Ešte by som dodala, že prihlasovateľom je Šercels Švec SRO.
So registered by Schwerzel SRO and
Andrej Švec,
architect Andrej Šverc, landscaping, Andrea Prievalska as the landscaper.
A diplomy, pozor, aby sa vám nerozpadli už na pódiu. Že vám padne jeden, ostane vám druhý síce. Dôvody už poznáme.
Okay, so we know the assessment, we know the winners of the second category. So
Aj fotenie máme za sebou, ďakujem vám pekne.
picture, and
A posúvame sa ďalej.
we are moving on.
Cena inovácie.
Innovation Award. I have a question. What does this mean, Innovation Award, Milan? Every year we award this Innovation Award to innovative projects which are not on the top level from the architecture point of view, but sometimes this may correspond to second or third place. Sometimes it happens. And many times the roof has a very good assessment, but we always try to search for projects that has a very innovative approach that is hard to define. And in this case, I can later say what convinced us. So the Innovation Award goes to
Tu je Skyparku.
Skypark.
Ešte dodám, prihlasovateľ Autoril,
Registered by Autoril and executed by Zeres, and these architects are and placemakers are the architects.
Čo bolo to inovatívne?
So what was the innovative element? So this is the reasoning which I will add. So just why to see why it's innovative, there was a very good example that they controlled each and every truck, what substrate they bring, because many times it happens that not every truck is the same, and we don't have any standards for substrate quality, which is very often the issue, and here they paid a lot of attention to this. Of course, you can upload, and while you are making picture, the judges appreciated the cultivation of the neglected place and support of the social life of inhabitants, which is a great contribution to the public space. So thank you and congrats. What else should I add on the very end? The public award.
Hlasoval kto?
Who was voting? The
Kritika bola
public.
naozaj na mieste. Poprosíme, nezneužívajte jeden počítač trikrát.
Please do not misuse one computer 3 times. Sometimes we are speculating, so the public roof and the public award, there is just one category and one award. So let's see what is the public award to public roof.
Pre kancelárskú budovu B3 MTS.
V3 MTS Skriva a Jan.
Nevadí, gratulujeme, dodáme na diaľku.
So congrats, and we will send the award.
Budete musieť zainvestovať. iCARI zainvestuje 16 eur do dopravy nadrozmerného a ťažkého nákladu.
iCARI will pay the cost for post for the shipment. And what about the public award for the family roofs? How many people in the family voted? Let's see who is the winner in this public voting. Lužianky, the house. Nitra is the winner. Guys already left. I don't know where they are. They are coming. So So congrats again. Okay, I will just shake your hand. You're very talented. And one more picture at the very end.
No. Tak pozriem, či ešte máme nejaký slide.
Do we have any more slides? No, this is the last slide. So I would like to thank to the judges. You were great, and I hope we see each other next year again. So thank you very much, and applause for everybody. So don't leave, and let's just make this final speech. Right now we have the very nice thing to do, and that's a raffle. Those of you who registered have the opportunity to win very nice prizes. Are we ready?
No.
So it would be good to bring the prizes. And we have raffle tickets. That would also be good to be brought here. Please don't go away. You can win something. So we have a ball where you put your company name or your personal name, and you didn't even know what you can win. For example, 3 times a voucher for the magazine subscription, some marketing subject. We also have a voucher to buy Lenka barefoot shoes, power laundry, functional food, groceries. Also we have planetarium. We also discussed whether to take it to wife or not. Because you can even hurt someone with that. Also, we have some gift box, and we also have Land Rover hybrid for a weekend. So, step by step, barefoot shoes. And Mr. Vice President, please draw the ticket. That was joking. So Zoya
Vravel som tým mladým dámam, len prídite určite niečo
Yeah, I was also telling the young ladies to come.
Gratulujeme, barefoody sa hodia.
Zoya, congratulations to getting barefoot shoes. It's like shoes for free. Enjoy. You also want a picture? She really stayed because she wants a picture. Yeah, we'll be on social network. Thank you. Don't you want to take a picture with me?
Ideme na barefoot. Tak pán prezident, teraz vyžrebuj. Ty podľa možno
And next prize, again, I think another pair of barefoot. It's the second voucher for Bilenka barefoot shoes. It's for Silvia Koreňová.
Čakáme toho, kto má barley, aby sem prišiel prevziať cenu. Nie, to bude trvať. Ideme ďalšieho, pravidlá sú jasné, kto tu nie vyhráva.
So she's not here, and therefore we need to draw the ticket again.
Druhý pokus, Peter Matula.
So the second chance or second drawing, Peter Matula, also not here, so we move on.
Rudolf Kusí.
And we have Rudolf Kusí.
Myslím, že pán prezident má dnes veľmi nešťastnú ruku.
Okay, President has a very unlucky hand today. Let's try another hand.
Filip Duchoň, mesto Bratislava.
Filip Duchoň, city of Bratislava.
Tak tento film už poznáme, jo.
So we know the movie.
A na všech rozích byla zelená.
Že máme v Bratislave 440,000 ľudí.
It's good that we have 440,000 inhabitants or people.
Pavel.
Kropic.
Pavel Kropic.
Na východe by povedali, idem Kropic. Pán architekt, gratulujeme. Získávate krásnu obuv. Gratulujeme.
Congratulations. Do you want a picture? So that we have evidence that we gave you the prize. Otherwise, they will blame us that we have no picture.
Tak, žiadna diskriminácia. Nielen mladé baby budeme fotiť.
So no discrimination. We will not only take pictures of young ladies, we will make pictures of everyone. So
ideme na ďalšiu cenu.
let's draw another person.
Maja Bihunová, sú spolu Nitra.
Ale no tak ako
Maja Bihuňová. Okay, the member of the jury. She participated, and the prize is very thematic. You are getting a voucher in the value of €150 from our partnering company, Art Florist. They made this beautiful moss wall behind us. And please draw another ticket. I would like to ask if there is the owner of Yaga company, because he should deliver the prize, because we have 3 subscriptions of their magazines. And of course, I can deliver the prize. So the first subscription goes to Ladislav Smatana from Bojnice. He sat all day long beside me at the table. You designed the castle beautifully. I really like it. You have a subscription. Please take a picture with us. It's a formality.
Říkal jsem ti, neber ty úplatky, nebo se zblázníš. Nám napadlo pri tom starom českom klasickom filme. Ďalšia cena predplatné
The next prize, next subscription of Yaga magazine.
Fú, tak toto je je to Karol Filkas, predpokladám.
Karol Filkas.
Karol, si to ty?
Karol, is that you? Congratulations.
Píšeš tak hieroglyficky troška, ale nečujem sa tlačítka viac fungujú
You
ako
write a bit in a hieroglyphic mode, which is typical of your generation. You will be a good doctor.
Po doktorovi neprečítaš.
Because in Slovakia we say that you cannot read doctor's writing.
Neobchytkávaj túto pána viceprezidenta.
Okay, you can draw the next ticket.
Ďakujem mu pekne.
Thank you.
Filip Barka.
Filip Barka
is
the neighbor of the previous winner.
Ale ako to robíte? No poď, gratulujem. Môžeš čítať.
Congratulations.
Poď si odfotiť sa, budeš mať peknú fotku.
Have a picture.
Tak, nepozeraj sa hlavne.
And draw another ticket, please. Maybe another friend of yours.
To prečítam. To je výborné. Ďakujem.
Oh, great writing.
Že to človek, ktorý tu dnes prednášal.
The biggest one is that it's a presenter.
Kde má pripnuté.
Ja
ho už vidím.
I see him. Janko Chovanec.
Janko Chovanec. Normálne, že priemysel, ktorý nám tu rieši.
The industry that deals with waste management, and he won.
To nikto nevie, to povie túto prezident.
What he won? The president will say it's functional groceries from PowerLogic. Well, it's mostly supplements from PowerLogic company.
Výborne. Ideme oceňovať upratovanie priestoru.
Now we are going to evaluate or appreciate the cleaning of the premises. Who would like to stay with us? And now we have marketing materials from Hauerland. I myself am curious who will take this box. So this prize from Hauerland company is given to Eva, the landscape architect.
Čo sa potom udeje? My sme dúfali, Evka, že nám prídete pomôcť upratať na konci, ale tak... My ďakujeme. Keby ste nám, Evička, ešte vytiahli, vyžrebovali teda.
And Eva, if you could draw another winner.
A prečo sa šíri chrípka? Tfuj. Nemali ste ju doteraz, máte ju s nami. Ďakujem pekne. A je to prečítam asi ja, čo?
So I will read it. I will read the ticket.
Dobre, je to Janko.
It's Janko.
Strešné substrát, je to Škulec, Jan.
Škulec, Jan.
Johnny Škulec. To je tým, že škaredo píše. To je proste... Som takto písal, tiež sa nepriznám. Dobre, odľahčujem. No toto je krásne písmo, toto je vzorové. Za toto tlačené technické písmo si
we have another ticket with good writing, which is Mária Potomová.
Ty si zadelila, ale že technicky, profesionálne na milimetr krásne
It's beautiful writing, technically precise, and the prize directly from Peťo Mrva, the owner of the company. It's live, there is moss.
Už len berie celá dojatá.
It's a terrarium.
Ale to je radosť, toto je úprimná, nefalšovaná radosť, že? A teraz Slováci sa zamyslia nad tým, prečo tu nie je Huliak, ktorý by mohol odovzdať túto cenu. Prosím ťa, ešte nám neutekaj.
Please don't run away. Please come back.
Ja viem, však väčšina inteligentných ľudí ho pochopila. Mohol tam fúknuť niečo, keď už je taký športovec. Vyťahni nám, prosím.
Please draw another ticket or another winner.
Arachnofóbiu sa normálne priznala práve v tomto. Neboj sa, je ich tam veľmi veľa. Nemusíš sa báť. Možno aj Spider-Man vyskočí. Zachráni ťa. No dobre, tak tomuto sa hovorí kámoši ťahajú kámošov a cenu vyhráva
the next prize is going to
Zuzana Bobová.
Zuzana Bobová.
Ja som vravel, že oni sa dohodli.
I said that they agreed. This price is extraordinary. I don't know if you are 18-year old, because these jams from Gentle Jam company, they contain alcohol, but I need an ID. No, I'm joking. Phone number will be enough for me. I don't need your ID.
No, gratulujeme, gratulujeme. Oni sa normálne, celá tá lavica prestriedali. Ak ste si všimli, to je dobrá zóna. Väčšinou hľadáme podľa mačky a psa, kde je dobrá zlá zóna. Tuto zistíme podľa týchto mladých, šarmantných ľudí, že dobrá zóna je práve tam. Ďakujem pekne. A ak dovolíte, tak hlavnú cenu.
And the main prize.
Skúšal som.
No, unsuccessfully. I hoped that I would be successful, but I cannot do it. So the gift voucher for Land Rover for the weekend with the full tank. What are you gonna tell about us? About the car, I can tell you that we'll try to link our possibilities with the preferences of the client. So if they say that they want Jaguar or something, no, it will be Land Rover, and Jaguar is included. So, who is the winner? It's lady. And they deal with interesting things according to description. The surname starts with Sh. She is an urban architect. Mariana Šimková. And you won't believe that the lady, the beginning, when she came, there were three strong moments. She had scarf on her head, then smile and discussion. Really heartfelt congratulations, and I'm impressed with you. Thank you very much. I haven't driven for 5 years, and my driving ended with, ending on the roof on my car, with airbags. But before I drove with love and very gladly, so I would gladly give the prize to someone else. No, don't worry. We have insurance. We, congratulate you. It's automatic gear or clutch. So congratulations.
Pri takom aute šoféra nájdeme co by dub. Poprosíme jednu spoločnú fotografiu.
So one common picture together with their partner.
A samozrejme, toto bol nádherný záver.
That was great conclusion. It was beautiful. I think that you have opportunity to agree with other gentlemen who will gladly help you with the car. That was a beautiful end of the first day of our convention. I don't know if we wanted to add anything else. That was really full, everything with the emotions, with the congratulations and everything. So we like you, green roofs. So if you continue to make the green roof, then always on the roof, not on agricultural soil. And what is ahead of us? There is a networking with wine, and only for those who are here by tram. And the last thing that separates you from networking and wine, we have space for questions and answers. So I would like to ask all the speakers of today to come to the stage, and let's do a very quick panel.
All the speakers, Leon,